Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ironworker Gaming channel. I am Ironworker814, and I thought I'd share my first We Ran Out of Medals for Season 11 to kind of celebrate the fact that this channel just hit 500 subscribers. And it's not really the number that's important. What is important is the amount of support that you guys have all shown me during the lifespan of this channel. I know I've said it before, but you are the reason this channel keeps moving forward, and I truly appreciate all of you for joining me for the ride. But into the weapon review. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at The Last Word. This review was requested by Cyber and Incognito. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, I never really liked The Last Word. Nothing against the gun itself, because it is absolutely amazing in the right hands. So strong in fact that it got nerfed 3 months ago. But even before that, my hands were not the right hands. But with Season 11 came some changes to hipfire grip, which just so happens to be the motor that makes Last Word go. So timing couldn't be any better to pick this gun up and see what it can do in the Crucible in Season of Arrivals. But first we're going to take a look at how to obtain the Last Word for those who have not done so already. Alright, to start things off, you're going to need to visit the Drifter and pick up the Draw quest. The first quest step is the Cleansing. This will ask you to defeat Hive with solar damage and defeat Hive bosses. Escalation Protocol is not a bad option here. Once complete, return to the Drifter and he will start you on the next step of the quest, which is called the Temptation. You're going to have to head into the Crucible and defeat Guardians, but be careful because you will lose progress on death. Once that is done, head to Titan and finish the Damnation mission. Head back to Drifter once again for the Sullied Light quest step. You are going to need 25 Blood for Blood or Best Served Cold medals in the Crucible, Etched Crystals from Wanted Lost Sector bosses, Hive Larvae from Precision Kills on Hive, and you need to complete 3 heroic Hive Ritual public events. Once that's done, speak to the Drifter again and he will send you to the Tangled Shore for the final step of the mission, which is the Conversation. I don't really want to spoil this mission for you because it is kind of neat, but once you finish it, head back to the Drifter one more time and he will hand you the Last Word. Now, let's get into the stats and damage numbers. The Last Word is an exotic kinetic hand cannon shooting at 225 rounds per minute with 8 rounds in the magazine. Stability, handling, and especially range are on the lower side, but reload is quite good. The intrinsic trait is Fanfire. This weapon fires in full auto. Hipfire shots deal bonus precision damage while increasing reload speed and accuracy. As stated earlier, Last Word does have hipfire grip, increasing accuracy, stability, and precision hit targeting when firing from the hip. Into the damage numbers, and there are 2 sets that we need to look at here. We'll start with the less impressive ADS values. Last Word will do 52 points of damage on a crit and 38 to the body, putting the optimal TTK at 0.8 seconds, requiring 3 crits in 1 body, and a body shot time to kill of 1.33 seconds, requiring 6 shots landed. Looking at the hipfire damage values, Last Word is going to do 69 points of damage on a critical hit and 38 points to the body here again, putting the optimal hipfire TTK at 0.53 seconds, requiring 3 crits, and a body shot time to kill remaining at 1.33 seconds. If there's anything you need to take away from this, it is the fact that you do not ADS with this weapon. But with that being said, let's get into the pros. Okay, while we're here, let me just show you the changes that were made to hipfire grip in Season 11, and we'll talk about why this matters The Last Word so much. You're getting 1.2 times aim assist fall off, so your aim assist will kick in at slightly further ranges. You are getting a general hipfire aim assist buff of plus 15. And you are getting a plus 1.7 degree hipfire precision damage angle threshold. The best I can figure, this either enlarges the target's critical hitbox or adds bullet magnetism, or maybe a little bit of both. Now those are some pretty nice buffs to hipfire grip, and for a weapon that is 100% built around hipfire, these changes are massive. And I can confirm, and this is from the perspective of someone who has always had issues with this gun, these changes absolutely are noticeable, even on mouse and keyboard. You pair this with that 0.53 second TTK value and you have a hand cannon that can outgun almost any weapon in its effective range, which it always could, but now you have a lot more added forgiveness. And then you pile on the Fanfire intrinsic trait where landing shots increases your accuracy even more. And the reload, which is already pretty quick, is increased by Fanfire, helping you be ready for the next engagement much quicker or maybe giving you an edge if you need to reload mid-gunfight. In-air accuracy also feels pretty solid on the Last Word now. Now, if you are playing on console, or you're just a wild man using a controller on PC, you're gonna tack on even more aim assist, and I mean like a lot more aim assist. So much so that I would say if you want to be using the Last Word, you probably should be using a controller. I found the differences here really to be night and day. The Last Word with a controller locks onto your target like you would not believe. But we do have some cons to go over still, so let's get into those now. So the Last Word pretty much has all the hipfire aim assist in the world, but you are going to see damage fall off with this weapon after 18 meters, meaning you're going to need to keep reasonably tight to your targets to be effective with this gun. And you do need to play at these ranges with a very limited 8-round magazine. This gun is doing all it can to help you out, but we are talking about aim assist, not auto aim. You still have to do your job and stay on target. Missing shots at close range with so few bullets in the magazine can spell disaster. And the last complaint I have about the Last Word is trying to fire this thing in full auto is like a nightmare to me. Maybe for someone who is very accustomed to this gun or who can control recoil a lot better than I can, might not have much of a problem here. When you're holding down the trigger, the speed at which the gun climbs just throws me off more often than not. Now the recoil is very vertical, almost perfectly vertical in some cases, but it's just something I'm having a hard time getting accustomed to. I feel much more comfortable tapping in my shots with the Last Word rather than laying on the trigger. So for me, hitting that 0.53 second TTK feels like a pipe dream. So the Last Word, would I recommend using this gun in PvP? Plug in a controller, and yes, absolutely yes. With mouse and keyboard, it is worth a look, but I mean, controller is where it's at for this weapon. With that added aim assist from controller, the sheer lethality of this gun is undeniable. But even with all the aim assist in the world, I probably would not recommend this gun to a novice. I feel like the magazine size and the effective range of the weapon could give less skilled players fits. But for those players who can acquire a good feel for this gun and develop a good understanding of its capabilities, this gun can do some serious work in PvP. So if you've made it to this point in the video and you did enjoy it or found it useful in some way, shape, or form, please remember to give it a like. And if you'd like to see more Destiny 2 reviews, guides, and discussions all made by yours truly, consider subscribing to the Ironworker Gaming channel. If you'd like to catch me live, you can look for Ironworker814 on Twitch, drop me a follow over there, and you will get notified whenever I hop on. If you would like to get a hold of me, the absolute best way to do so is to leave a comment down below. I read and respond to all of my comments because I respect your time and I truly enjoy interacting with you guys. And with all that being said, I would like to thank you for spending a piece of your day checking out my video. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you on the next one.